morning all. We are back with our classes on carbon and its compound. We have to start with page number 62. Till now we have studied that carbon is an element which is present in the 14th group of the periodic table. It has an atomic number 6. It has an electronic configuration 2,4. It has 4 valence electron. Its valency is 4. It is present in 14th group and second period of the periodic table. Carbon can neither lose electrons nor gain electrons, and hence it shares electron to attain its octet configuration. This sharing of electrons is basically called as covalent bonding. When you have covalent bonded, you cannot conduct electricity because there is no formation of ions. We are not held together by strong electrostatic force of attraction, and hence there is no high melting and boiling point. So covalent compounds generally have low melting and boiling point. They do not conduct electricity. They are not soluble in polar solvent like water, but are soluble in organic solvents like petrol, alcohol, ether, benzene, etc. You will also find that most of the covalent compounds are not solid initially. In your syllabus what you study, they are generally liquids or gases. Now today, after seeing all the properties of covalent bond, we will start with versatile nature of carbon. Please write the heading like this only: versatile nature of carbon. Versatile nature of carbon. What do you mean by the term versatile? Versatile basically means that you are smart in everything. I am versatile with music, versatile with studies. So versatile means I am an all-rounder kind of person. So why is carbon an all-rounder in organic chemistry? Why, or the same question can be asked as why carbon forms a large number of compounds. Very versatile nature of carbon, or why carbon forms a large number of compounds. Why carbon forms a large number of compounds. Right, the first point. The reason why carbon forms a large number of compounds is tetravalency. First point is what? Tetravalency. Now what does the word tetravalency mean? The word tetravalency is derived from the word tetra and valency. That means the valency of carbon is what? 4. So it can link to 4 other carbon atoms or 4 other hydrogen atoms or 2 oxygen atoms to give rise to a large number of compounds. So please write. Carbon has the unique ability to form bonds. Carbon has the unique ability to form bonds with other carbon giving rise to large molecules. Its valency is 4. And is capable of bonding with 4 other atoms of carbon other atoms of carbon or atoms of some other monovalent element or atoms of some other monovalent element. Some other monovalent element andre yarad valency 1 irutte, like hydrogen, chlorine, bromine, iodine, etc. Okay. Please write same point. Compounds of carbon are formed with oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, chlorine, and many elements giving different compounds. Giving different compounds. So is this part clear? What is carbon's first logic, why it forms a large number of compounds? Because carbon shows a unique ability to form long chain compounds, and that is possible only because the valency of carbon is 4. It can link to 4 other carbon atoms or 4 other atoms which have a valency 1. Maybe hydrogen, maybe chlorine, maybe bromine. So see, even with 4 we can have a possibility as CH4. Then I can have CH3Cl. Then I can have CH2Cl2. Then I can have CHCl3. Then I can have CCl4. Understood what I did? I actually took first all as hydrogen. So my compound was what? CH4. Then what did I do? I removed one H with Cl. So I get what? CH3Cl. Another H with Cl. So I get what? CH2Cl2. Another H with Cl. I get what? CHCl3. Another H with Cl. I get what? CCl4. Understood? Same thing I can do with bromine. Same thing I can do with iodine. I can do the same thing with H as alkane, alkene and alkyne. So carbon forms a large number of compounds because of what? Tetravalency. It has a valency 4, which means it can make a large number of compounds by linking itself with 4 carbon atoms or more, or it can also link with hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, chlorine, oxygen and form a large number of compounds. Clear? Now write the second property. Catenation. Write the second property as catenation. Okay, so now what is catenation? Let us understand. Catenation basically is the ability of carbon atoms to form long chain compounds. What is catenation? Catenation is the ability of the carbon atom to link itself with other carbon atom and to form a long chain. So if I start, I can keep on linking carbon atom to any number. C60 you studied is fluorine, you know C300, C400 are all large organic molecules such as polymers, plastic. They are all very large molecules where carbon is in the range of 300 to 400 long chain. So due to this unique ability of carbon to link itself to other carbon atom and form a long chain, it can form a large number of compounds. And this unique ability of linking itself to so many carbon atoms and maintaining its chain is only given to carbon in the periodic table. There are elements which show catenation, like phosphorus shows only up to 4 atoms and sulfur shows up to 8 atoms. Silicon shows also up to 8 atoms. After that, you will not find that they can continue. But carbon can continue as long chain till 300, 400, 500 carbon atom this is the unique property of carbon to link itself in the form of a long chain, and this property is called as what? Catenation. Please write. The property of carbon to link itself with other carbon atoms to form a long chain is called catenation. The compounds may have, same point, okay? The compounds may have long linear chain of carbon atoms, or branched chain of carbon atoms. Or carbon atoms arranged in a form of a ring. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಿರೋದು? ಏನು ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ? It can be a straight chain. Now see, I'll explain it here. It can be a straight chain like this. You can have a chain of 5 carbon atoms like this. Whatever I have put here, it should all have hydrogen. Okay, most of the time. Linear chain, I can even have a structure like this. It becomes what chain? Branched chain. 5 carbon atoms straight. This is 5 carbon atom branched. Or I can even have a 5 carbon atom like this. This is also 5. Yes or no? So the carbon atom can be arranged in a straight line. They can be arranged in a branched manner, or they can be arranged in the form of a ring. So this ability of carbon to attach itself to many other carbon atoms in the form of a straight chain, in the form of a branched chain, or in the form of a ring is called as what? Catenation. Clear? Right, next. Continue the same point, sorry. Carbon may be linked to other carbon atom. Next point, adralle bare. Carbon may be linked to other carbon atom by by single bond, by double bond, or by triple bonds. Carbon may be linked to other carbon atom by single bonds, double bonds, and triple bonds. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರೆಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಪಕ್ಕ ಪಕ್ಕ ಬರಿಬೇಡಿ. Clear? Now look. What is it called as? Carbon-carbon single bond is called what? Alkanes. Saturated hydrocarbons or alkanes. They are called saturated hydrocarbons or alkanes. Double and triple bond are called what? Unsaturated hydrocarbons. And they are called what? Alkenes and alkynes. Carbon-carbon single bond are called saturated hydrocarbons or alkanes. ಏನು ಜನರಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಆಲ್ಕೇನ್ದು? CnH2n plus 2. Alkene CnH2n. Alkyne CnH2n minus 2. So C single bond C, saturated hydrocarbons are alkanes. C double bond C, alkenes. C triple bond C, alkynes. Right? Next point. First point was what? Tetravalency. Second point is what? Catenation. Right? Third point. The bonds that carbon forms, with most of the element are very strong. And the compounds formed are highly stable. Therefore, last point. Therefore, carbon forms a large number of compounds. Therefore, carbon forms a large number of compounds. Is it clear? This will definitely come from carbon compounds. As to why carbon shows a versatile nature, or basically that why carbon forms a large number of compounds. Carbon forms a large number of compounds because of tetravalency. Tetravalency means the valency of carbon is 4. It can link to 4 other carbon atoms or can link to 4 other monovalent atoms. It can link to nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, chlorine and form a large number of compounds. Second, catenation. Carbon has this unique property of connecting itself to other carbon atom to form a long chain. The chain can be linear, the chain can be branched, or the chain can be in the form of a ring. It can link to other carbon atom by single bond. It will be called saturated hydrocarbons or alkanes. If it is linked by double or triple bond, it is called unsaturated hydrocarbon. Double bond as alkene, triple bond as alkyne. The bond formed with carbon or the carbon which forms with other element is very strong and the compounds are generally stable. So carbon forms what? A large number of compounds. Clear? This is a 3-mark question in board because it has how many points? 3 points. Tetravalency, catenation, stability. So these 3 reasons basically make sure to say that carbon is highly versatile. Okay? Or it is highly, it can form a large number of compounds. Now, let us come to this part. This golden box in the textbook. Okay? For that, you please write who gave notebook al bariri, who gave the vital force theory of organic compounds. Who gave, put in quotes, vital force theory, vital force theory of organic compounds. Who gave the vital force theory of organic compounds? So now we have to talk about what are organic compounds. Compounds which are having carbon is called as organic compounds. So there was a scientist by name Berzelius, right? There was a scientist by name Berzelius who said that organic compounds, what are organic compounds? Compounds made up of carbon. So he said organic compounds are all prepared within the human body by some hidden mysterious force called the vital force. During COVID time, they will check your vital parameter. Vital parameter means important parameters. How much is your oxygen saturation? How much is your temperature? How much is your breathing time? In that particular time, how many times you breathe? That is all called as what? Vital parameters. So, same way, he said vital means important. So, he said all organic compounds are prepared within the human body by some hidden mysterious force called the vital force. Organic compounds cannot be prepared in lab, and this completely sealed down the study of organic chemistry, because he was a very well-known scientist at that period of time, and when he said it cannot be made in the lab and we do not know what is the force with that important force, so nobody did much research on organic chemistry. But after some time, there was a gentleman by name Friedrich Wohler. Okay, what did he do? He took ammonium cyanate. Ammonium cyanate is an inorganic compound, and he heated it. When he took ammonium cyanate and heated it, he made the first organic compound, which is called urea. All of us have our excretory product as urea. So he took what? Ammonium cyanate. He took ammonium cyanate and heated it to get what? Urea. So which is the first organic compound prepared in lab? Urea is the first organic compound prepared in lab. Who prepared it? Friedrich Wohler. Okay, so he is called as the father of modern organic chemistry. And Berzelius Tata is the Tata who stopped the entire study of organic chemistry. But he gave the first theory, so he is still remembered as what theory? Vital force theory. So please write your answer. Please write Berzelius, spelling Berzelius gave a theory called the vital force theory, where he stated put in quotes that all organic compounds are prepared within the human body by some hidden mysterious force called the vital force. Next point, organic compounds cannot be prepared in lab. Organic compound cannot be prepared in lab. Next question baridu. Who made the first organic compound in lab and how? Who made the first organic compound in lab and how? Who made the first organic compound in lab and how? Please write. Frederick Wohler. Frederick spelling sarigilla mari. Friedrich ಏನೋ ಇದೆ ಅದು. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬರೀರಿ. Frederick Wohler heated ammonium cyanide to prepare urea, which is the first organic compound. To prepare urea, which is the first organic compound. Equation ಬರೀರಿ. NH4CNO, ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತು, symbol means heat. On heating gives urea. NH4CNO on heating gives urea. Done? Understood? Now, we have studied saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Saturated hydrocarbons ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Carbon carbon single bond. Unsaturated hydrocarbons ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Carbon carbon double bond or triple bond. Heading ಬರ್ಸಿದ್ನಾ hydrocarbons ಅಂತ? ಬರ್ಸಿದ್ದೀನಾ? hydrocarbons compounds made up of carbon and hydrogen, saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. Now we have to talk about chain, branches and rings. Okay, heading bareri. But before that, write difference between saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. ಇದಲ್ಲ, actually ನಿಮ್ಮದು ರಿವೈಸ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಡಿಂಗೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ still write difference between saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. Difference between saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. Left side ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, saturated hydrocarbon, right side unsaturated. Okay, first in. When carbon atoms are linked to each other by single bond. When carbon atoms are linked to each other by single bond, right, like this. See, single bond, see. When carbon atoms are linked to each other by single bond, they are called saturated hydrocarbons. They are called saturated hydrocarbons. What will you write the other side? When they are linked, when carbon atoms are linked to each other by double and triple bond. When carbon atoms are linked to each other by double and triple bonds, it is called unsaturated hydrocarbons. Fine. Have you seen your gas burning? It burns with what flame? What color flame the gas burns? Blue flame. So all saturated hydrocarbons, because your gas is nothing but butane. Butane and isobutane is LPG. liquid petroleum gas which we use. So it always burns with a clean blue flame. Very saturated hydrocarbons always burn with a clean blue flame. Saturated hydrocarbons always burn with a clean blue flame as it undergoes complete combustion. As it undergoes complete combustion. Combustion under burning. Okay? As it undergoes complete combustion. How do unsaturated hydrocarbons burn? They burn with yellow sooty flame. Black patre agalva ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸಲಿ. They burn with yellow sooty flame. They burn with yellow sooty flame due to incomplete combustion. They burn with yellow sooty flame due to incomplete combustion. Now write, saturated hydrocarbons give substitution reaction. ಇದೇನಂತ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, portion deleted. They give substitution reaction. Unsaturated hydrocarbons give addition reaction. Unsaturated hydrocarbons give addition reaction. Okay? So please, I expect you to read the chapter till page number 64. Tomorrow we will finish. We will have only what? Chains, branches and rings and homologous series. ಅದರ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ every day I will teach, but that will all not come for your syllabus. But you should know how to name a carbon compound. That I will teach every day, but that is not a part of the syllabus. So tomorrow we will finish, but still continue to read carbon compounds after that, which will be not a part of your syllabus, only for your understanding, and so that it helps next year. You should read that part. Okay, very little in every day's class. For 2-3 minutes we will study one compound and finish. Tomorrow we will finish carbon compounds, read till page number 64 and come. Okay, thank you.